Just got to check to see what this iPad is doing. Apparently we've got charge issue. Give a couple of minutes for people to show up. Hey Martin, Greg, Jim. How's it going, Jim? Okay, let's see. Ew, yucky. No charge on that side. And actually when I push it in, when I tilt it down it charges, so let's have a quick look here. Hey Pedro, moles. Hopefully if we're lucky we've got an obstruction here, but iPads tend to actually do suffer. Now there's no obstruction. So this is going to require a replacement. Don't like doing that. Not my favourite repair by any means. Normally I get other people to do this for me. It's not a simple just unplug and swap around thing. You have to actually desolder the flex. Yeah, the pins are perfectly fine, but it's snapped off internally. Migraine, Jim, that's no good. No good at all. Yeah, that's going to require a new port. Yuck. Don't like doing those ports. There's always things that can go wrong, and then fortunately at least the glass is broken. Sorry, my face is missing. Wait, my face is not missing. What is going on here? Weird. That was weird. Oh well. Hey Jan Roberts. Robert rather. Not been on here live on for years now. Where are you? I'm going to guess in the Americas somewhere. Alright, let's get this trash out. Oh, I might just message the person and let them know that I really don't want to do it. I'm pretty sure that's a 9th gen as well. Hey Mr. Stamps. Let's see, what are we looking at? 2197. It's the 7th generation. Whoops, right. Okay, I'll just message this person. Nope, wrong person. The only trouble with having multiple ways of people contacting you is it's so easy to forget how it was that they did contact you. Oh wow, everything's deciding not to work at the moment. We lost the internet. Hey John. Oh, here it comes. Charge port does need replacing, as well as the front digitizer, of course, full stop. I am estimating 250 for both. Full stop. Do you want me to proceed? Question mark. Oh my. That was annoying. Alright, let's see how that one goes. Alright, let's get to the unboxing. I think there was a bit of a stall there on the internet for a few seconds. Hey, Repairity. Try refresh. Okay, that's empty. Oh, no, that's got something in it. It's got a couple of things in it. Ah, okay, good. Oh wow, excessive packaging much. Okay. Why? Why package it like that? Really, I mean, isn't the container itself enough? Alright, so this is 8341 flux. Just thought I'd try a few things. See if it tastes any good. Not much of a shopping spree, but yeah. Doesn't smell as nice as proper rosin, but yeah, I suppose I'm not going to be smelling it too much. I wonder what the consistency is like, actually. Because I'm going to see if I can actually syringe this, or whether I'm going to just have to use a little spatula and pull this out. This has been sitting around a little while. It's crusted up. I'd say that's syringeable. Maybe 5mm syringe should do it. We'll have to try that out later. I bought two because either it's going to be an advantage that I bought in bulk, so to speak, or it's going to be my normal life where I bought twice as much as what I don't need and it's not even the product that I want. Okay. Yeah, I got this because there's a good number of wires around this house that I actually don't know anymore whether they are active or not, which is terrible, but it's just the way it is. And I do not have my usual cutter for this. Normally I have some tin snips. Hey, Death Pump, we'll just use the old abusive style. More like adult proof. There we go. Is this supposed to? Ah, there are batteries. Very good. Alright, we'll throw the instructions away because we don't know. Okay. half the fun of getting new stuff is working out if you can work it out without reading the instructions. I think we're doing alright so far. Okay, so they've got a little circuit board down there. So how fast do these batteries run out? Plastics quality is a little cheap. Would have expected more, in all honesty. Okay, so we've got two LEDs there. Okay, we've got a green. So find a. I've got a loose mains cable here. Okay, and it goes red. Okay, that's cool. That works. I'm happy with that. Warning, before using, test on known live circuit. We just did that. And read the instructions. Oh, I was getting caught out with the instructions thing. Yeah, seems fine. Like I said, other than the plastic's a little low quality for what I would have expected out of Klein. So you're saying that even when it's off, it still drains the batteries at a high rate? Or is it okay like how I just did it? Yeah, that's good. I needed one of these. Yeah, I've only had some of the other direct contact neon type ones, so I wanted an active one to stick it in my toolbox. So happy with that. Alright, now we've got to see if I can get back to building things. Okay, Warren, right. Okay, so I'll just carry on with the way I did it. Thank you for clarifying that for me. Do people often just not turn it off like that and they just let it idle out or something, do they? Because those LEDs in there, they're easily going to be drawing 2 or 3 milliamp. So yeah, those AAAs will run out real fast if they are left on. DEFCON, I've had that problem with a lot of things too. I had a nice DeVolt laser level system. Well, actually, it's the one where I did the video where I stopped using fiberglass pens because I was cleaning it out because of dirty battery corrosion like that. Yeah. Okay, I've got to decide how I'm going to do this. See whether I'm just going to proportionally dish out some parts. Short and fun. Okay, tiny 2-on-2s. Also, we're not going to fit them all in. That should about do it. There's enough microcontrollers in there now to keep you going until I get bored with making those ring lights. Speaking of which, if you guys want them, I obviously now have parts to make some more, since I have sold all the ones I did make. Stick some into here. This is for the USB-C meters. Miles, do you mean they don't tell you that, as opposed to they do tell you that? Alright, and then we've got a reasonable number left in the tube. That's probably 30 odd. I'll keep them in my microcontrollers box. I'm going to try out this flux, see what it's like. I hope it's decent flux. Fortunately it wasn't too expensive, but yeah, you do want to make sure that things work okay. Let's see. Just going to write on this what the chips are. Hey, Adam Hogan. Let's see. T212. And yeah, we'll place that into the microcontrollers box. Good job. And that's basically everything I've got coming out of Digikey. Okay, let's see what we can do about this flux. Trying to think what a good test for it will be. Anyone who's used this flux want to tell me? Okay, extractor on. Trying to find a victim. We'll try some of these controllers here. Now, as you know, I don't tend to use a lot of flux, so I wonder if I can make more of a small spatula instrument instead of a syringe for this sort of work. It's certainly more, certainly fairly gel-like, isn't it? Okay, 430. Small dentist brush. That's an idea, laptop. Okay, well, first thing I notice is that it goes liquid extremely quickly. Like it transitions from being a gel into a vastly lower, higher viscosity. Wait, no, lower viscosity? God damn it. Viscosity always gets me in the same way that entropy gets me. So yeah, that's a real fast runner, so I'm going to guess it's going to be a bit better for putting down things like BGAs. Yeah, it doesn't stick around, this stuff. Okay, that came up perfectly fine. It's not smoking off very much, so I'm happy about that too. You know, I'm not smelling it all. Maybe I'll try a more severe test case. Maybe try and pull up something that's somewhat more robust. How about an SMC? Yeah, definitely. You end up sort of working it out ultimately, but you've got to go through the mental gymnastics of getting there first, and yeah, that's a bit of a nuisance. Let's pull a NAND chip. Well, Miles, I think it's a case of if we know how runny it's going to be, then we can probably control the amount we apply. I should remember the viscosity thing because if any of you have watched Van Helsing from the early 2000s, and I forget his name, but he's like, yeah, you're not going to get me to touch viscous clear liquids. Certainly for getting under the BGAs, it looks like a nice flux to choose. I mean, it doesn't run uncontrollably. This is probably not going to want to come up in a hurry because I'm only using 430. Let's crank it up to my high temperatures that I usually might go for. It wasn't huge, it was the Hugh Jackman version, but yeah, I'm trying to think, it was Boromir's brother. Faramir. The lesser brother. Okay, so it does smoke off at about 460, but that's pretty good. They came up nice and quick. It doesn't seem to leave behind much of a residue. Let's try bake it off and see what happens when it's all gone. This is the MG Chemicals 8341. I saw some people talking about it and I wanted to give it a shot. So what I'm going to do here is just simply keep cooking this flux and see what gets left behind when, you know, I've overdone it. Even though it is, you know, low viscosity, it doesn't just vaporize. You know, I'm hitting this at 460 and 60% air, and you can see like this area up here, that's not just vaporizing, so you don't have to keep reapplying it, so that's good. I mean, obviously it is thickening up a bit, but I'm pretty happy of how it's maintaining coverage. And so you don't end up with these having to reapply it all the time because it just keeps vanishing on you. So I'd say that's a plus in my opinion. Now I'm going, oh, fire out. Now I'm curious to see how difficult it is to remove what's left. Try the CPU. Yeah, I should actually do that. Anyway, that's my mental go-to situation for remembering which way viscosity goes. Does it smell like baby lotion? Yeah, that's kind of... So it is crystallizing a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely crystallized. Yeah, let's see how difficult that is to get it removed. Got some IPA. The board's pretty hot, so... Oh, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. That's just with the IPA on a cotton bud, and that has cleaned up very nicely. It's going to make me start wondering why I didn't use this stuff years ago. Hey Sergio. Okay, that milky looking residue, that'll be from stuff. Okay, I'm just going to use some nano sponges here and clear up the rest. Okay, so this is nano sponge. I'm very happy with that. I didn't have to struggle to get that off. And normally you have to work pretty hard to get a lot of fluxes to come away. I would say the biggest thing is going to be trying to regulate how much to put down and keep it constrained in a small area. But given that it doesn't burn off too quickly, I think I should be able to teach myself to use smaller amounts. Let's see if I can find a syringe for this. I reckon 5mm should do the trick. I'll just go see if I've got a 5mm in my stash. Hang on. Sorry?
I just let Loki out the front.
Oh, okay. How's my...
I just checked Mo, he's in the same spot.
Okay, micro?
Back in the...
Laundry? Okay. I'd say... Yeah. Just stealing syringes that we don't... There's more in there, obviously. Alright, looking at this, I'm probably going to say 10mm is maybe a little bit too big. 3mm might be more appropriate, particularly if I put this in storage. 1mm would give me a lot more control with the dispensing, but I think I would actually run out fairly quickly. So we'll try for the 3. Sincerely do not have the right sort of tools for this. That's why it's nice to have a chemistry set up at home. Alright, there's going to be some air bubbles in this. I'm sure we'll live. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. It's like... There will be easier ways to do this. Maybe I can stuff it into a Ziploc bag and then, yeah, how you do with piping of, what do you call it? Piping of cake icing. So you put it into a little zip bag or something, you notch out one end and then, yeah, this is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to draw it up. Probably if I heat this a little bit, it might help. So that's going to be impractical to do it that way. Yeah, maybe if I bring it up to, I don't know, 60 Celsius. Yeah, an icing bag, yeah, like I said, a little Ziploc bag or something. I mean, it's a start. I don't think I'm going to be able to backdraw this. Yeah, no, just... Oh, it actually surprisingly did okay. But most of that's probably going to be air bubbles, so I better not send that to anyone. Cut one of the fingers off the gloves. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I have distorted that a little bit, so if it's going to be heated, it has to be heated outside of that tube. The plastic doesn't tolerate any kind of heat. Let's see. We'll see how we go with the nozzle. Usually dispatch my flux into syringes and then put a thin wire down the side, plunge it, give a path. Yeah, if it was a 10mm, I could probably spatula it, but I think the 3mm is a little bit tight, so maybe I am going to be forced to have to go for the 10. Let's see. I usually use olive, but I'm trying to think, maybe I might go brown. It's a little bit narrower. What about hot water? That's a good idea too. I see a couple of people came up with that. Better off sending it to Black Horse here and charges 700. What? Oh, you're talking about something else entirely. Sorry, folks. Yeah, let's see if we can do a more restricted. I'm just going yeah, as I say, I'm trying to go easy here. Yeah, maybe next size down. Oh, moles. Oops. Is there... I don't know if the colors properly map on this. Okay, so this is the gauge we're using right now. The brown. Let's see, pink, blue. No, blue's way too... Is it purple? Purple's a maybe. Definitely not white. Pink. Oh, that's... grey. No, Grey might be our match. Yeah, this is all experimenting, so you know I'm probably going to stuff up things. That's okay. So if we compare grey and brown, grey is almost an inner fit. Yeah, the drawback at least works okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll stick with grey for the moment. Yeah, if I put it into the 10mm, then I should have no problem with spatuling it. But the trouble with the 10mm is you don't get the level of control what you're going to get out of the 3, because obviously due to the pressure situation, you know, what you apply in a 3mm, because it's got the smaller cross section, you can get better control, because the nozzle itself is the same on all of the needles. So the 10mm, the 1mm, all of them, they all have the same restriction at the top here. And so if you've got a 10mm and you try and displace, you know, one notch or one unit of distance, then it's a lot more pressure and it's harder. Just see how this behaves. Yeah, Miles, air bubble, it's all over. Send it back, get your money back. Yeah, but definitely the runoff is going to be a problem. At least the cleanup is easy, but the runoff is definitely going to be a problem. So maybe I could do if I can find a way to nicely liquefy the flux that it can be drawn, I could do sort of a 1mm syringe option with a very fine tip. Yeah, this is going to fight with my desire not to spread stuff everywhere. I will say it does smell pretty good in terms of I'm not choking on it. I don't feel like it's excessively smoking up. Yeah, it does stay in place, but yeah, you got to try and stop it from doing the initial spread. That's the problem. So yeah, you got to get it to transition, but not go too far. IPA it, but then boil off the IPA. It probably causes a change in its behavior. I think this feels extra restricted now because of the fact that I melted off melted the body of the, what do you call it, needle, or rather the syringe. Moles loves these SMC jobs. See how well it goes with being a hot air wicking. So first clean it up. Look, it definitely cleans up very nicely. Yeah, it doesn't take much to heat the syringes out of place, bend them out of place. They're not really meant for it, are they? Come on. Ah! Damn it. Give me back my wick. Looks like it's got sparkles, Mr. Sparkle. Okay, 460, 380. Suck up some of that flux. I'll definitely grant it. It's got good wetting ability, and it sticks where it's meant to stay. It sticks where you put it, but yeah, certainly I think the challenge with this one is going to be stop it from going every damn where. You can stop it going everywhere, then good. But the cleanup's nice. It behaves well. Like, sure, it's taken a few passes to get it to go clean, but the point is, you feel like you are picking up the flux, whereas with the other fluxes, I find with the IPA, it tends to be more of a smearing adventure. Let's try it with a bit of Joey rub here. Might help to add to a hotboard. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, preheat the area and then go to town. Okay, so we're doing some Joey rubbing. Oh, wow. That's pretty impressive, don't you think? That is a really nice finish off a Joey rub. I think that's a pretty good winner there. It's very clean. That's a serious gouge out of the side of that board. It looks pretty damn, pretty damn spotless and factory. Alright, well I think, yeah, that seems to be a pretty good win. I know it says no clean, but I always clean it off anyway. Lots of dangers on there. So I think the two issues will be getting it into the syringe. I mean, that's probably going to last easily a week or so for me, so it's not a massive issue. So get it into the syringe, and then the second issue is make sure it doesn't run everywhere. But at least the upside is if it does run everywhere, then the Joey rub cleans it up very nicely. Yeah, that's a good result. And it's pretty cheap too. I can't remember what I paid for it, but what is this? So 50 milliliters. So yeah, 5 10 ml syringes. Let's say we have a 20% loss. So we get 4 10 ml syringes, or in this case, this is 3 ml. So yeah, it's going to be what, 15 3 mils? It's going to last a long time, and I think it was only about $15 or $20 for that tub. The tub will probably degrade before I'm finished with it. Yeah. Alright then, well that's it for today. I'm going to go off and do other things now, but yeah, I just sort of thought we'd have a look around at the tools. I saw this and I thought, yeah, I need to get one of these, and I go upstairs and check the wiring, because we've got wiring hanging from the ceiling, and even though it's taped up and bagged, I don't know if it's live or not, because a lot of the cabling upstairs has been reappropriated. A lot of the circuits were reappropriated because the oven's been moved 3 times, the solar cabling changed things, and yeah, so this will at least let me know whether I'm about to touch something I shouldn't or not. So hopefully that'll be handy. And of course, we've got the tiny 212s, I need that so we can build more things. And the flux, yeah, I'll give it a whirl, give it a few weeks and see how I feel about it after that. It also comes with syringes on the website. I did notice that. I wasn't able to get it when I ordered from Digikey, and I thought maybe this could work, because the other thing I was thinking of is I can just simply, get the tub and you just pick up a little bit like that. Sometimes that's all I need, just that little touch. But there's so much in there that I'm inclined to maybe get something like a little 10mm tub, or even a 5mm tub, and yeah, put it in there and just have it on the side, and that can be my little tweezer tip pickup flux, and that will probably work fine for doing the little 0201 parts and things like that. So yeah, just got to work out how I'm going to go for it. Okay. Is that a printer in the corner? Which printer? Are you talking about this thing? That thing there? Because that's a rework oven. Oh, not a rework oven, what do you call it? A reflow oven. So I assemble my boards, put them in there, cook them, outcome devices. Pour tweezers. Oh, come on, it lubricates the tweezers, they're fine. See Dave from Eve. Yeah, he got 75 kilowatt hour. I'm very jealous of that. I want to take that sort of path, but I just don't have the finances for it, which is a very typical situation in my life where I know what the trend of what I want to get done. Yeah, I can see a lot of the trends coming, but I don't have the finances to jump on board and catch the wave. Instead, I usually have to wait 5-10 years later and I get my opportunity. No printer. No, there's no printer in there. We've got multiple preheating plates. We've got a 8-inch plate, 4-inch plate, iPhone things, and there's the oven. It's just that I've used a 19-inch portable rack so that I can close it, which allows me to then up here extract the air and pump it to the outside so I don't get flooded with fumes in here. So no printers. But you often would put things like small dot matrix printers into stuff like that in the past, long time in the past. Yeah. Alright, I'm out here. Thank you all. I'll see you on the next one, whenever that may be. Until then, you all take care.